Hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am coming to you with a very serious video. And the auntie said it isn't so. That's just like what? Los Angeles council member. She sparks outrage and disgust, and we're going to talk about it. I'll be right back.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop.
auntie that everybody needs.
You can't make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lies, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody, and this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family, one of the best families on the YT. And to all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. I had quite a few of you all to hop in my DMs and say, Auntie, have you heard this story? Can you please talk about it? So I am here to please the people. Okay. As you all know, we have been having over the last couple of years some serious unrest in this country. And things are just not seeming to get better. I woke up this morning, like I said, to you all's DMs, and I said, let me go out and investigate and see what you all are talking about. And the LA Times has released a leak tape from, this stuff is unbelievable, y'all. From a Los Angeles council member. Matter of fact, she was the president, LA City Council President Nury Martinez, made some comments in a 2021 meeting, according to a recording review by the Times. And this information I am going to put down in a description box. I am going to be sharing that leak tape, and so viewer discretion is advised. So behind closed doors, Los Angeles City Council President Nury Martinez made openly racist comments She spoke in unusually crass terms about how the city should be carved up politically. This conversation remained private for nearly a year until a leaked recording reverberated explosively Sunday and turned the focus of a sprawling metropolis towards Los Angeles City Hall. By Sunday evening, 3 of Martinez's council colleagues had called for her to resign. The leak had quickly become, Martino and the other Latino leaders present during the tape conversation were seemingly unaware they were being recorded. As Martinez said, a white council member handled his young black son as though he were an accessory. and described the councilman's Mark Bonin's son as like a little monkey. She said it in Spanish. During the conversation, the council member Gil Cedillo and Kevin De Leon and Los Angeles County Federation of Labor President Ron Herrera, Martinez described this man's son at one point as a little bitch, according to a recording of the meeting reviewed by the Times. She also mocked oxycons. I think I'm saying that wrong. And said, F that guy. He's with the blacks, while speaking about Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gascon. De Leon appeared to compare Bonin's handing of his child to Martinez holding a Louis Vuitton bag. Let me just start by saying this. There are many children in the foster care system, children who need to be adopted and be loved. Bonin is a white man who has adopted a black son. What's wrong with that? Love is love, and a lot of our children need to be adopted, and it doesn't make a difference what race, color, creed, religion, sexual orientation. It does not matter. Love is love. And for this woman to come out of her mouth and say the things that she has said broke my heart. Because I know some people who have fostered children from different races and ethnicities, and they love them like their own. And for her to compare the adoption of this child to a Louis Vuitton bag, the people of Los Angeles had a hearing today, or a meeting today, and honey, did they go off. Like, these people are calling for their resignation. Now, understand that she is resigned as the president, but she is not resigned from the board. And before I play this, I'm hoping that these people get justice and that this doesn't affect people for the long term. We have so many things that are going on in our society right now. And I tell you, after a while, the bottom going to fall out. It's almost like people have lost it. And while I commend the person for releasing the tape, I'm wondering why it took a year. There's just something that makes me say, why did they wait a whole year to release this? And who was it at the table? Were they complicit? I'm hoping they weren't. But these are questions that I am asking, and I'm sure other people are saying, why did it take a whole year for this tape to be released? That is concerning in itself. If I had something like that and was sitting in a conversation like that, I don't know if I would have been able to keep my mouth shut. But maybe this was someone who had been in multiple conversations with them and had heard this multiple times and decided, this time, bitch, I'm recording. People are very angry. But it was wild because as I watched the meeting that they were holding today. There were so many people in the comment section who thought it was funny, who had very nasty, deplorable things to say. I mean, it's unbelievable how people have so much hate in their heart towards people of color. I don't think it was anybody that she didn't touch. Indigenous people, Koreans. I think she said something about the LGBTQ community. And from my understanding, she is a person of color. I understand that she is the first Latino, I believe, council president. So it seems like she would understand the struggle. Now, I may be wrong, but I don't know why. I believe I read it somewhere that she was the first Latino council president. And I think that the people that were sitting at the table with her were. And this is how she feels when doing redistrict. You know, I got so many things going through my mind, and I'm just like trying to control my thinking down. Anytime you see me like this, it's because my thinking is like I'm going everywhere. Like, I'm processing everything because, um, I don't want to get ahead of what I'm saying. I think Mary put a statistic out there. I think I saw it. Let me see. Where's Mary? So Mary says more than 420,000 children are currently in the foster care system. And she criticizes and calls this man's baby a monkey. When this man stepped out, I believe he's married and adopted one of those 420,000 children. Sis. Now, I understand that she has since apologized. It says that the conversation took place in October 2021 and focused heavily on council members' frustration with maps that had been proposed by the city's 21 members redistricting commission, along with revealing cruel and racist comments. The leaked audio offered a rare window into the behind-the-scenes mechanisms of the redistricting process and the bare knuckle fight between various groups trying to secure political power. On Sunday, after this article was published online, Martinez issued a statement apologizing for her comments, saying, "In a moment of intense frustration and anger, I decided to make racial comments." Because that's what she did. Pressure applied will absolutely show who you are. When you apply pressure, you're going to get the juice of that fruit. She says In a moment of intense frustration and anger, I let the situation get the best of me, and I hold myself accountable for these comments, and for that, I'm sorry. The context of this conversation was concern over the redistricting process, redistricting process, and concern about the potential negative impact it might have on communities of color. She says, my work speaks for itself. I've worked hard to lead this city through its most difficult times. Also on Sunday, DeLeon called the comments wholly inappropriate and said he had fallen short of the expectations we set for our leaders. I regret appearing to condone and contribute to certain insensitive comments made about a colleague and his family in private. He said in a statement, I've reached out to that colleague personally. The other guy said, I don't have a recollection of that conversation. He didn't even have a recollection. I bet your ass didn't. The other, Harrier apologized and asked for forgiveness, saying there is no justification and no excuse for the vile remarks made in that room. And I didn't step up to stop them, and I will have to bear the burden of that cross moving forward. These people's careers are probably motherfucking over. So I'm going to play the tape, the video, so you all can hear the deplorable things that they said about children. It's mighty funny how people can sit at a dinner table in a private room and say and come out and be in your face like they ain't never said it. On the campaign trail, kissing your babies, but then behind your back calling them a little monkey. Know those who labor among you. If you don't say something, you're complicit. Point blank and to opinion, and that's my opinion, to the period, and that's my opinion. I've never sat in a conversation where people have said things that have been absolutely deplorable and driven by hate, and now opened up my mouth and cut their asses off. You have to take a stand when you see and you know that things are wrong. It's not okay. This stuff is rooted deep. When a woman of color, are Latinos considered people of color? I don't know. But you would think that they would know what the struggle is. But yet you feel like your position makes you sit in a different class. Maybe you get the benefit of walking into a room and people not judging you based on the color of your skin like I do. But when I walk into a room, this is the first thing they see. Before I open my mouth or drop my resume on the table, they see this first. And nobody knows how it feels to be judged that way unless you've walked in those shoes. You can imagine, you can sympathize and empathize, but you don't know that struggle. And to walk into a hostile environment where you know that people are judging you based on your skin color, Let me play it. Just 1 second. Again, I'll put the whole article link to the article. Y'all tell me if y'all can hear it. Mary, I have my cell phone right here, Mary. I'm getting ready to play it. If you can't hear it, let me know. That's what I was hoping didn't happen. Just 1 second, y'all. Let me mute until we get out of the commercial.
So getting back to Marquise, I told Danny, if you want to cut a deal and if you want to make like boss moves, I would go after the airport. He goes, I know that idea. I said, tell Marquise,
So
go take it from his friend.
Don't go.
Don't go after. Leave him alone. Go get the airport from his little brother. That little
Mary, were you able to hear it? Mary, were you able to hear it? Could you all hear that? Put a one in the chat if you could hear it. Okay, thank you. All right, so let me continue.
bitch Bonin.
So
Go take it from his if you So getting back to Marquise, I told Danny, if you want to cut a deal and if you want to make like boss moves, I would go after the airport. He goes, I know that idea. I said, tell Marquise,
So
go take it from his friend.
Don't go.
Don't go after. Leave him alone. Go get the airport from his little brother.
So she says, go get the airport from his fucking little brother, that little bitch Bonin.
Little bitch Bonin.
I go. What's with Bonin?
What's with Bonin? I said, Bonin thinks he's.
She said, Bonin thinks he's fucking black. So he got to think he's black in order to adopt a black baby. What the?
Black guy don't think he's black.
She said, not black. That guy doesn't think he's black. I go, he think he's black.
Well, he thinks it's black. I told her the same thing.
His kid is said by one of the other gentlemen in the room. The ones that apologized. Maybe it's the one that said he don't remember being there.
Because why are they so close?
He goes, why are they? She says, why? He goes, why are they so close? No idea.
He's from Massachusetts. This kid, the one here, that's kid is the down.
His kid is black. He's black.
Lo trae así during Black History Month o lleva
Something during Black History Month.
al council y lo pone acá en el. Remember?
She said, remember, he was like, it's like an accessory to have a black kid.
It's an accessory.
When we do the Martin Luther King parade,
MLK parade,
just like when
we used to have those
statues in the plantations, didn't they? Ron Harriera said that. We used to have those statues in the plantations, didn't they?
statues in plantations.
And when Nury brings her go-yard bag or the Louis Vuitton bag.
Nury brings her go-yard bag or the Louis Vuitton bag.
like on the side. You sit next to it. You don't know the other side. For MLK.
For MLK, for the parade that Herb used to organize, and we all
for the parade that Herb used to organize, and we all the council
who wanted to join Herb on the float because he used to
wanted to join Herb on the float because he used to do a whole float to be nice.
We used to do a whole float to be nice.
Bonin would be like, hey, Nury, are you going to the MLK? Well, Herb invited me. I'll go. Okay, I'm bringing whatever the kid's name is. I'm like, it's like the oddest thing. It's like black and brown on this float. And then there's this white guy with this little black kid who's misbehaved. Este niño has they're not doing, the kid is bouncing off the effing wall.
The child, I believe, at this time was 3 years old. Because I think he's 4 now. So he was 3. And she said the kid was bouncing off the wall on a float.
Practically tipping it over. There's nothing you can do to control him. Parece changuito. And I'm just like, oh my God. I'm over here trying to parent this kid. I'm like, you can't do that. I said no. And Mike is like, I'm like, you're not teaching your kid.
She said, you're not fucking teaching your kid anything.
It's me and Karen Bass on the floor trying to check this little kid. Me, Karen Bass, y la esposa de Marquise, Carrie. And we're all looking at each other because we're the 3 women on the floor. Like, this kid's going to tip us over. Because he's literally hanging on the rails.
Well, you can't let him off. The spectators will beat his ass.
We can't let him off because the spectators will beat this little black boy's ass.
Yeah. They're raising him like a little white kid, which I was like.
They're raising him like a little white kid, which I was like.
This kid needs a
beat down. Like, let me take him around the corner and whoop his. Listen.
Down. Like, let me take him around the corner and then I'll bring him back.
Yeah.
¿Se me entiendes? Ven para acá.
Pinch.
So in her apology, she said that she was frustrated and angry. I hear them laughing and joking and kiki and caca. I don't hear a hostile conversation other than the conversation that they're having about this little black boy. Where's the frustration and the anger and the things that she said out of anger? I don't hear an angry woman at the table. I hear a gossiping, racist, I hear a bigot. At least that's what I'm thinking I'm hearing. That's my opinion. Based on the words she's saying out of her mouth, you want the little black boy, the fucking little black boy? The white man think he black because he adopted a black child? Where's this frustrated ass woman? And she said something about Karen Bass as if she was speaking to Karen. Is Karen in the room?
So anyways, getting back to redistricting.
So anyway, getting back to redistricting. After you done call him a little monkey. So the information was originally posted by Reddit in Reddit. It was an hour-long conversation. And they said now the user has been suspended. It is unclear who recorded the audio and who uploaded it to Reddit and whether anyone else was present. The leak comes a month before a consequential city election in which the mayor and several council seats were being contested. Martinez has endorsed several council candidates, and their fate could determine whether she retains the powerful council presidency. Focus on the leak spread far beyond the typical municipal government. The words Nury and RESIGN both briefly trended locally on Twitter on Sunday as the political insiders alike expressed their shock over its contents. They said, wow, you know it happens. But when you actually hear it, it's unbelievable. The now suspended Reddit user said in text accompanying the audio, according to a screenshot review by the Times. In quotes, it says the labor movement is in bed with City Hall. It said the group discussed the city's once-a-decade process of redrawing council district boundaries, which are underway at the time, as well as the need to re-elect Latino council members and ensure that heavily Latino districts did not lose economic assets such as WSC, and Van Nuys Airport. Latino residents make up roughly half of LA's population, but represent less than a third of the council's 15 districts, a fact that has led to complaints that the population is not being fairly represented. At one point in the conversation, De Leon referred to Bonin as the council's fourth black member because he got a black child. In quotes, it says, Mike Bonin won't fucking ever say peep about Latinos. He'll never say a fucking word about us. His son was brought into the conversation as the group discussed a dispute between council members Curran Price and Marquise Harris Dawson, who were at odds last year over whose district will represent USC and Exposition Park once the new maps were finalized. Both men are Black and represent part of South Los Angeles. Martinez told the group she had a conversation with businessman Danny Bakewell about the situation and argued that if Harris Dawson was seeking an economic asset for his district, that he should seek to move Los Angeles International Airport out of Bonin's West Side district and into his. Go get the airport from his little brother, that little bitch Bonin, Martinez recalled. This is disgusting. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Here's another clip.
Current is taking the temperature of the council, probably at Mark's request. I think Mark knows sort of the direction that the council's gonna head in, and he's trying to take the temperature. I think they're getting two things mixed up. I think they're getting the whole resignation piece with the suspension piece. Those wires are being crossed, and I don't know if Curran's the right person to explain things to.
Hi.
Yeah, we're half asleep. So I was doing my best. Yeah, I was doing my best last night to explain that the process we took with Jose was one of suspension. It doesn't mess with his paycheck, and he can still collect the paycheck. It's not on us.
That's wrong, Calvin.
That's what I told him. You need to go talk to that white guy. It's not us. It's the white members on this council that will motherfucker you in a heartbeat. So he started naming names. They go, you got it. You know who it is? Mike Fear's gonna with this. Galpert's gonna with this. Bob Lewin's gonna with this. Polly Paul. That's what they do.
They ain't leave no stone unturned. They even called somebody and said that somebody was for the Blacks. They said that the little Korean people were dark people walking around. Dark-skinned people. Talking about the Koreans. There are other There are other tapes that talk about other people as well. Other ethnicities. They really, really should resign from their positions. There is an outcry for them to do so. You know, you always know that there are a group of people who sit around a dinner table and call you all kinds of names. But I think that it should be noted in this article, it says it's one thing to suspect it, but it's another thing to hear it and to know it. It hurts. And you would think, as old as I am, you know, I would be so used to it, but I'm not. I see some of the comments in the comment section. Some of them rubbing me kind of the wrong way. And so I'm just, I'm going to end this live because some of the comments in the comment section is rubbing me all the wrong way. Sometimes we need to just stay fucking focused. And I don't want to call nobody out because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. And I don't want nobody in my DM saying, Auntie, I'm sorry. But some of y'all need to watch what y'all say in the comment section. Like, for real. We're talking about this issue. And now we're going into let me get over here. Because y'all about to see a side of me y'all have never seen. Thank you for being here.